Okay, hi there. My name is Chris, and I am creating a series of videos on how to paint Space Marines. So I have decided to begin with telling you about the tools that I use to do this. Let me just first show you the quality of Space Marines that I'm talking about. This is a Blood Angels Assault Marine, and this is my tabletop quality. The videos that I'll be producing are going to be a range that cover how to paint tabletop quality for the beginners and experts, and also how to create models that are more Golden Demon quality. This guy, you can see, has some really nice blending that I think is pretty fantastic. So that's what I'll be doing with the next series of videos as I produce them. But for now, here's the brushes that I use. The only Games Workshop products that I use for my brushes are this Citadel Games Workshop large tank brush. It's mostly, I think it's just a round sable brush, so it's pretty good at just covering large areas. It's got a tapered edge, so it's good at laying out color. I also use the Citadel dry brushes. I've searched for lots and lots of replacements for these brushes, but what it comes down to is that the best dry brushes out there are simply the Citadel brushes. Use them. It's okay. Don't waste your time and money on cheap brushes. But, you know, that's probably the biggest mistake beginning painters will do, is go out and buy a lot of cheap brushes instead of a few really good brushes. Always, always, always buy good brushes. For example, a cheap brush that I bought was this little red sucker here, this Reaper Pro paint set. It's really not all that cheap even, but the bristles are just a low quality, and if you can see, the bristles kind of spread out. Here's how the bristles look normally. Here's how they kind of spread out from each other, and this kind of an effect is terrible when trying to paint fine detail. So you can hopefully, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the bristles on this brush are pointy, or they spread out, versus the bristles on this nice brush that come to a nice point. So this brush in my hand right now is my favorite brush. It's a Reaper Finest Kolinsky, made in Ireland. I paid about $10 for this brush, and it's worth every penny. It's got a rather wide head. It's a 10-0 brush. It's got lots of bristles, and you can customize it. You can cut them down so that they come to a nice point if you want to. The bristles are high quality, so they maintain their point when you're painting with them, and they don't curve on you. If you can see on this brush right here, it's the bristles come to a point, yet it curves at the end. So this brush is pretty useless for painting fine detail. I paid about $3 for this one. It's a low Cornell 7650 spotter. Useless. So what it comes down to is spend the money on the brushes. This is a Reaper Kolinsky 30-0. That means it's got less bristles on the point. It's a smaller point, and it's a really fine point brush that I'll use for painting scroll work on my details for my tanks and my Marines. So that's what I have for brushes so far. This one is a Citadel dry brush that I have actually cut the edges off, the bristles, and made a splayed out kind of point that I use for blending on my tanks, and it looks great. I'll show that technique later on when I get to painting tanks. So what I have planned for you is a bunch of videos that will take you from the very beginner painter to advanced and expert painting. I feel that my painting has come a long way. I've been painting for a year and a half, and I have painted some models that I feel are beautiful. And I will be entering the Golden Demon contest this fall at the Grand Tournament in Baltimore. So you'll see my models there. This will probably be one of my entries I'm going to try. He needs a lot of work still, but if you can see really close, he's beautifully blended in the edges. So there you go. Keep watching for my videos as they come out. The whole range will take you, the beginning painter, from this to this. There we go. And I will explain bit by bit how to do this, so that anybody can learn how to paint high quality tabletop models. That's my goal for this. There you go. Thank you for your time.